Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading for July 17th to the 23rd. This is for Gemini Sun and Rising, and if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional occultic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity to get more specific and detailed. Gemini, I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your readings. Now, Gemini, listen up. This is a big week. This is a really big week, okay? If you saw your monthly forecast, you know I said this is a life-changing month. Well, here we are. The week where your life will start beginning to change, okay? For the better. For the better. Now, listen to what's happening this week. This is going to be a wild week. July 17th. Monday, we kick it off with a new moon in Cancer. Gemini, some of y'all are getting new jobs. Some of y'all are getting more money, basically. New moon in Cancer, this is a lot of energy. This is a surge of energy in your second house of income, finances. So, hey, these new moons bring new beginnings, new opportunities, new pathways, and they last even longer. The energies of this new moon last a lot longer than just this day. Remember, this is just a point in time. This is happening on Monday, but so throughout this week, even next week, I mean, you're on that path, okay? So, if money is not a thing for you, if you are literally the king of Norway watching this video and you have millions of gold bars in your basement where money is just like, what? Money? Meh. The second house is also self-worth and self-value. All right? So keep that in mind. One other thing that's happening today, let's just talk about this right away. The lunar nodes are changing. This is major. This is huge. This is the biggest shift perhaps of the entire year. Okay, this is your destiny. This is a karmic, this is a cosmic shift. This is the true cycle of like death and rebirth. This is happening. Okay, July 17th, lunar node. So North Node is moving into Aries. South Node is moving into Libra. This is absolutely really, really, when I say this is your destiny, think life purpose. Think this is your calling. That's what the nodes are. They're just, you know, those points of where you're coming and going through your karmic cycles, through your destiny, through your life journey. This is, and this is what we would call a cardinal grand cross, right? Because it's cardinal signs. Aries is a cardinal sign. Libra is a cardinal sign. They're opposite signs. So how long is this going on for? A year and a half. This is until January 2025. And this is going to be big. And then actually, for you, Gemini, oh my goodness, thinking about what's happening for you when the nodes change, January 2025, let me tell you what's happening now for you, actually. The North Node, your destiny that's moving into Aries, that's your 11th house of your hopes and wishes. Hello, you're moving into this amazing period in your life. Now, that also rules your social network, organizations you belong to, groups you belong to. This is huge because, Gemini, guess what is happening? May 2024. Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity, expansion, is moving into your sign. So, we are ramping up for you to have the best year that you've had since 2012, 2013. Okay? Get very effing excited. Get very effing excited. The other thing is what I was going to say. So, okay, so that's the North Node moving into Aries, right? And so that is your destiny. That's where you're headed. karmically, okay? Your life purpose, everything is happening. It's in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes. Now, your south node, what's opposite that, that's in Libra, okay? And that is all the karma that you've kind of like accumulated at this point. This is where you're letting things go to bring in all of this new karma again. Remember, this is a cycle. This is a really big cycle. And so it's South Node is like everything you have to release, everything you have to let go, and not in a bad way. It's just like the time for this has come, time to move into this new area of my life. And now the South Node in Libra is in your 5th house of pleasure, love, romance, creativity, self-expression. So it's just ending one cycle of that, and it's just basically things that you've outgrown, things that you're like, I'm good now. I've learned everything I have to learn from this. I've graduated from this, right? I passed the test. Time to move on into a new area of things that are going to bring me all this pleasure and love and romance. So this is absolutely mind-blowing, because remember two things that are happening here. Venus is going retrograde at the end of the month. So y'all are already going to be getting rid of some things from the past, okay? Or even things in relationships and love, matters of the heart, all right? So a lot of y'all will be leaving certain things behind to pursue these new things, okay? To focus a lot more on your hopes and wishes, okay? And a big focus for the next year and a half on your social network and groups you belong to, okay? Because the South Node is think about the North Node in Aries. Aries is kicking off the zodiac rule, right? So we're going on this new hero's journey. The ruling planet for Aries is Mars, so it's really, really like boom, boom, boom. The hero's journey. I say this all the time. In life, I mean, life is not a Disney movie, so you can expect battles, you can expect challenges, we go through ups and downs. Yes, this is going to happen for everybody. Everyone goes through challenges, right? But it's how you make these challenges, or how you overcome them, and how you approach them, how you come out of them. So your whole soul journey, your whole destiny, I mean, it can be, this hero's journey for you can be literally like Legends of Zelda, or it can be like Walking Dead. It really is. It's how you approach your destiny and how you work with your karma right now. I want you to think about, and obviously this is not going to apply to like younger viewers right now, but think about the last time the North Node was in Aries and the South Node was in Libra. That was 2004 to 2006, okay? So December 2004 to June 2006, you're going to see similar patterns come up, okay? Similar themes of what was going on around that time in your life. Now, Libra is representing, if the North Node in Aries is, your destiny, your calling, going toward what your life purpose is, then the South Node in Libra, that's how you fit in society. That's social dynamics. Think about Libra, like peace and harmony, bringing all of that into what are you going to release to bring this into your life, to bring that balance. Remember, Libra is like the sign of balance into your life as well. It's your interpersonal, external relationships, setting up a system that you need in your life, okay, moving forward. So keep that in mind. This is all about empowerment. This is, like I said, a radical month. This is the week of being, you're going to start feeling it, all right? This is the merging of me, North Node, and we, South Node, okay? So it is a very big week. Remember, the other thing that is absolutely bonkers is that Venus rules Libra, okay? So remember, Venus is at play big time here. Venus rules two planets. So Venus ruling Libra, and the fact that Venus is about to go retrograde, I mean, you will let things go. You will surrender things. You're leaving. When I say like new cycle in your life, you will feel it. Trust me, it is going to be a thing. So this is all about freedom. This is all about going toward your destiny. This is all about empowerment. This is all about just feeling alive, right? Feeling alive. Now, with that said, having all this courage, having all this leadership, that's what Aries is, really just like powering up, all right, for the year, for the rest of the year. And also you can look at the placements in your chart to see where they fall in your nodes, the planets fall. But one thing that I should mention is that Pluto being naughty again, okay? So Pluto is going to be really, first, Pluto's going to oppose the sun on this day, but that's going to affect the transits of the nodes as well. It's going to be squaring the nodes, so it might be like a bumpy ride Monday and Tuesday. I'm not going to lie, Pluto's being really naughty. And so just keep that in mind. There could be some like moments of power struggles, or it could just be really challenging to be part of this new journey. There are things that you may have to let go that you don't want to. You're going to have to, okay? This is, and the reason I say that is because Pluto is in Capricorn in your 8th house of death and rebirth. So out of all the signs, guess who's going to feel this a lot? You, Gemini, you, okay? If you didn't know, I was going for you, all right? It's going to be you. I have to say that one more time. You are going to feel this a lot, all right? It may not be on the exact day. Remember, these are just the peak times, right? These are just the peak times. The lunar nodes changing. This is a year and a half. They're going to be in Aries and Libra. So, but Pluto is going to be like naughty on Monday and Tuesday, all right? So keep that in mind. Pluto is always asking, are you going to fear me or are you going to impress me, okay? Don't let fear don't cave into fear, okay? Choose love over fear, all right? Love over fear. Don't let fear control your destiny right now, Gemini, all right? Things are going to change. Embrace it, okay? Especially in your life, things are going to change big time. Embrace it, and know that it's all happening for the greater good for you, okay? Again, it may be really challenging because Pluto is in your 8th house. Pluto is at home in the 8th house. Like, he is literally sitting in like that lazy chair, like his feet up. He's got like an aquarium right behind him with like fish, and he's watching The Simpsons. Like, you do what I mean? Like, he's at home in the 8th house, okay? And this is all happening in your 8th house. Death and rebirth, transformation. And so Pluto, the planet of power, really making you basically could just it can be a little bit more challenging for you than other signs, but I'm not saying it's going to be challenging. It may be challenging if you allow fear to control you, okay? Think about I've been making this analogy in the other signs. Think about being on a roller coaster, all right? Are you going to be holding onto the bars? Are your hands going to be up? Like, woo, right? Are you going to pass out and just miss the whole thing? This is the week to you have to be aware. You have to wake up. And you have to just really own Pluto at this point, okay? I want your hands up. I want your hands up, enjoying the ride. Now, on the 20th, the sun is trining Neptune. Now, this is a beautiful trine. And the reason I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about this, because this is a day where your imagination is just going to soar, okay? It's going to be soaring. It's going to go wild, and I love this. It's a great day. A lot of kindness energy that comes through with this as well. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up, because sometimes these key aspects are often overlooked. The reason why I don't want you to overlook this one is because, sure, you may think, oh, your imagination soars. Okay, whatever. No, this is a big day. Your imagination is going to run wild. I want you to remember, imagination is what, like, created fire. Imagination created everything in this world. Imagination brought us the greatest books in history, the best movies in history. Imagination is what you make for yourself. It's how you envision the world you want for yourself. So when I say your imagination is going to go wild, I want you to go with it, and I want you to have those moments, all right? This is going to be with Pluto being very challenging, okay? It's really a good time to let your imagination just go go wild, all right? And that's gonna help you. Okay, even think about like kids, right? Think about kids and how they're like they go off in their own little worlds, and you can't help but sit there and smile because it's just like there's so much purity with that imagination, with creativity. It's just no filter. I mean, it's imagination is such a strong thing, and I want you to hold on to it because something else is gonna happen on the 20th. Well, I'm going to say the 20th, 21st, because, the time zones, I don't know where, they're, anyway, Mars is opposing Saturn, okay? This is the two malefic planets that are basically doing a major face-off now, all right? They're standing, think of like a Wild Western movie where they got their hands, it's like that face-off. What is it? The quick draw or whatever it's called. And they got their hands on those like really old like guns or whatever. That's what's happening. Mars opposing Saturn. Okay. And it's been happening for a while, for the past week. Now they've reached the peak on the 20th, 21st. Their hands are on their guns. All right. So keep that in mind. This is not a great day. It's not a great day. So all these amazing aspects, and then Pluto being that like annoying little like micromanager in the back that's like trying to like make things a little bit harder for you, and then with Mars opposing Saturn with this big square off, it's like, whoa, what's going on? And so on this day you may just hit a wall. You may hit a wall. You may feel like you are in an escape room and you don't know how to get to the next level. You may feel that that there is just a lot going on where you're just like WTF, right? So that's why it's important for your imagination to soar, because you will figure out how to break through that wall. You will figure out how to get out of that escape room to the next level, okay? Keep that in mind. You can always get past these really challenging aspects if you do not, A, let fear control you, and B, if you use your imagination. All right. So keep that in mind. This is honestly a day where you just do not want to be on autopilot. I want you to wake up. Okay. I want you to pay attention this day. I know that I'm saying that like really strictly, and that's because I really don't want you to miss out. It's, what it is. It's like, if there's people that walk down the street, they're walking on the street, they're just texting the whole time, literally as they walk. I mean, I can look out my window in Brooklyn. People are just like, they're walking. They miss everything around them. They see nothing around them. I do not want you to be like that this week, okay? Some weeks is this next month where I don't care if you do it. This week, pay attention, okay? Pay attention. Pay attention, be aware of everything that's happening around you. This is the week to do it. So, especially with Mars opposing Saturn, I just don't want you to be on autopilot. I want you to be ready to pivot, maneuver, should anything come up, and just be like, all right, gotcha. Look, I overcame this. It's amazing. I'm amazing. Now on the 22nd, Sun is moving into Libra. All right, Sun ruled by, Sun is moving into Leo. So we are moving into Leo season, and the Sun rules Leo in astrology. So this is shining light in that area of your life, and this is just, oh my goodness, really crazy, because it's the same day that Venus goes retrograde. Venus is in Leo, so it's really such an interesting day. This is all happening, by the way, in your third house, right? This is, and you are the native ruler of the third house. Third house is communication, is like the major thing, okay? It's the major thing, but keep in mind that while Venus goes retrograde, we're going to, and I've been talking about this every week, this is one of the biggest aspects of the year. It hasn't happened since 2015, Venus retrograde in Leo. All right, think about what happened around that time. I think it was the summertime when Venus went into retrograde in Leo, but there's people from your past are going to be coming up. Some of y'all will be breaking up some of relationships. Some of y'all will be reconsidering things that are close. Like, it's all about the matters of the heart right now, okay? But we are going to talk Venus going into retrograde more next week, because There's just too much going on this week with a new moon in Cancer and with a change of the nodes. Too much, like way too much going on. One thing that I'm going to tell you specifically, Gemini, is to watch out for the 23rd. That's a day where I also want you to be very flexible. That's why I need you to be awake this week, okay? I need you to be awake this week because Mercury is going to square Uranus. Now, Mercury is in Leo, Uranus is in Taurus. That's two fixed signs, okay? So it may, and Mercury is your ruling planet. So, you know, Mercury is the messenger of communication. Don't try to force anything around this time, but also just be very flexible. Okay, so with that said, let's go ahead and get started. There's just way too much going on this week. I haven't even covered everything that's happening this week. But let's go ahead and get started. Gemini, see what's going on for you for July 17th to the 25th. Again, this is for, I'm sorry, July 17th to the 23rd. Gemini, one other thing I'm going to say, remember, well, Chiron is going retrograde too. I'm not even going to bring that up, but if you're into astrology and you know your birth chart, that keep in mind Chiron is going retrograde until December. And all Geminis, guess what? Mercury's going retrograde next month. Mercury, your ruling planet, on August 23rd. So that's just a heads up. Everything that you want to do it now. We already have basically half the solar system retrograde. Now, Mercury is going retrograde next month. I mean, this is, and it's going to overlap Venus retrograde. We're going to talk more about that in August. But anything that you need to get done that you want, do it now. Do it now. Okay? Especially with the big shifts. So, again, this is for Gemini Sun and Rising, July 17th to the 23rd. If you want to read for your Venus, your moon, any of those other placements, you're absolutely welcome to. But let's go ahead and get started, Gemini. See what's going on for you for July 17th to the 23rd. Now, you know what? Gemini, I hope, listen, people have been saying, I've been getting comments about how y'all can't hear me. It's really, you know what it is? It's actually like it's not my mic isn't the problem. That's why I'm actually like sitting here right in front of the mic. The gain is at maximum level. This is, it's always in front of me. You just can't see it. I put it right there. It's the fact that I'm on Zoom calls all day because I have my full-time job. So by the end of the day, when I do your readings, my voice is almost gone. So I hope that we're testing this out. I want to make sure that you can hear me fine. Again, it wasn't a lot of comments, but it was like people were saying like I can't hear what you're saying. But then someone would respond, I can hear him perfectly fine. So I just want you to know, there's no problem with my mic. It's just like, if you're on, you're speaking all day, by the end of the day, your voice is going to be gone. So so again, I just want you to know, nothing's wrong with the mic. But if you still have problems hearing me now, know that there's definitely nothing wrong with my mic. And it might be something on your device. Okay, cool. Let's get started, Gemini. Oh, look at you. This is another week. Last week we had a heart-to-heart. You had the longest reading last week. We had a huge heart-to-heart. Now, looks like, I'm just going to point it out. You had Eight of the Swords in your future, in your last reading. You have it again here. All right. So, Pluto, being in your 8th house is really big. I'm not gonna lie. And Pluto last week was there was a lot of things last week that was just anyway. This week Pluto is just again being very naughty. So again, Pluto is that planet that's saying, are you going to fear me or are you going to impress me? So let's get started. You got the Chariot. I love the fact that you got the Chariot. Chariot came up in your past. This is good. This is finding that self-determination, that willpower to just just move forward, plow forward, basically. All right. Seven is not only, if you're into numerology, the year of 2023 is the year of 7. Okay. July, the month of 7. Right. This is chariot is number 7, so it's all about that introspection. This is you definitely are moving forward. It's almost like the energy that I'm getting is again. It feels more like I'm just ready. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to get over some of the things that have been happening in my life. I'm learning. I'm learning from everything that's happening. If you're not, you need to. Okay, remember this is the week of the lunar node shifting. You've got, this is a karmic cycle, okay? You've got to learn from the things that have been, may have not been working out for you. The things, if you're in a situation right now where you're like, why is nothing happening for me? First things first, you know, I talked about energy. You can't have that thought. When you have that thought, nothing will happen for you. I'm just going to put it out there. I get so many comments, a lot from Gemini, is like, nothing ever happens for me. Your readings never come true. And it's like, it's because you're putting yourself in that situation. I keep saying it all the time. Everything is made of energy. This is not my opinion. This is a fact. Down to the molecular level, everything is made of energy. Everything vibrates. And that includes, when I say everything, that is the words that come out of your mouth. The comments that you text, that's energy. The thoughts in your head. So when you say, nothing's happening for me, you're creating that reality, okay? You create that reality, and I don't want you to do that. Gemini, I don't want you to be in that place where you're like, this is just, nothing's come true or whatever. But, you know, fortunately, like, it's, you can get out of that. Just raise your energy levels to a point where you don't have to, like, say those things, okay? And have that patience. Like, every sign has very different readings, okay? This is a year where, with the fact that Jupiter is in your 12th house, it's not, that's, you know, it's not the, like, easiest placement, but it is that time to unroot things. Again, 12th house is subconscious. Now, I always say, like, the subconscious is where you store your memories. That is where fear lives and anxiety lives and stress lives. It's all in your subconscious, okay? And so that's why you have to unroot those things from your unconscious. And Jupiter, again, is in 12th house. So this is, even though Jupiter's in your 12th house of the subconscious, Jupiter is a planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity. It's giving you this opportunity to unroot all these fears, unroot all these doubts, all everything that's happening, okay? But again, just if you need to, if what's going to help, remember, the nodes are changing. They're in, the North Node is moving into your 11th house of your hopes and wishes, and Jupiter is moving into your sign in May 2024. I mean, we're really ramping up for you to have one of the most unforgettable, like, next few years of your life. This is huge. It's huge. Okay, so I'm just saying that because the energy is coming through. And again, when I say a lot of comments, like, that's just, listen, that's like maybe like 4 or 5 comments, but because I'm an empath, like, that for me is a lot, okay? But for you, it could be just like, oh, that's nothing. 5 people said that. Anyway, you do have the 7 of Cups in the heart of your spread, Gemini. Hello, this is great, amazing. Opportunities are coming through. There you go. All right. So opportunities are coming through. One thing that I want you to do this week, especially considering, like, the planetary alignments. I mean, really, really. Okay. So the biggest message that's really coming through. I want you to really, really go after the things that you need rather than the things that you want. Just this week with the 7 of Cups coming up, okay? Go after the things that you need rather than the things that you want. Is a big message coming through, okay? But, with the Seven of Cups, just, looking at the rest of your spread, there could be some things that you may, when I say opportunities, I want you to look at this card. There's so many cups here, and they're all very, well, seven, right? And they're all very different, okay? So you see that you got another seven, by the way, but all very different. So it's really, at this point, you need to really know what you want moving forward, especially with the nodes moving into the North Node moving into your house of your hopes and wishes, especially with Venus going retrograde during a time where you have to reassess, rethink things in your life. This is a big week for you. It's a big week for you, okay? But, better to have opportunities than none at all, okay? Better to have opportunities than none at all. Just know what you want, all right? It's almost like be careful what you wish for. But again, I want you to really like manifest, or really just go again. Really focus on the things that you need rather than the things that you want, okay? Now, you did get the Nine of Pentacles in your challenge area. So two messages coming through. One is that there could be someone in your life who is I'm getting more of like a taunting feeling. Someone in your life who is like, things are so great for that person, and they could be like maybe a little patronizing, a little like passive aggressive with you. It could be like a sibling is something that's coming through, or like aunt, cousin, family member, or even, it could be like a boss or colleague or something. So you have to be like the better person in that situation, and that could be something that happens with around the beginning of the week with Mars opposing Saturn. But looking at what's going on for you. Oh, you know what I was going to say? Starting in January 2025, you, with the nodes moving into Pisces and Virgo, that's insane. That's your 10th house of career and your 4th house, your domestic sector. I mean, whew, that's like, when I say you're on this trajectory, like, you have to look at things like in a, like, for the next like 5 years, like, oh my goodness, like, you're going to be in such a good place, even starting next year, even starting at the end of this year. But anyway, yeah, there could be someone in it that's just be the better person in that situation. It could be someone that you really like admire too, which is why it might be like really hard for you. Again, it may be that it's that Mars opposing Saturn energy that's coming through. Now, the second thing is that there could be a sense of you that's just really, back to what I said earlier about focusing on the things that you need, not the things that you want, just for this week. Just, this is your spread for the week, okay? Just for this week. It could be, that could be challenging for you, okay? Because there's, this, you see the symbol of Venus all over her gown. This is beauty and luxury and indulging, well, Venus, but this is abundance, and this, you can see that there's like a lot of abundance here. And so it's almost like there's that aspect that you want to like relish in, but again, focus on the things that you need, okay? The things that you need, not that. That's what this is saying. Now, King of Cups in your crown. This is really great, okay? You just want to be in a place where you are very emotionally stable, where you are, even like, your intuition is going to be really helpful right now, all right? Your intuition is going to be really helpful. The King of Cups is very intuitive. He is almost to a psychic level, very loving too. He leads with his heart. He's, his throne on top of water. You see that, right? Look how turbulent the water is too. I mean, nothing is going to knock him off that throne. So this is really great. And so I want you to be very intuitive this week, especially with, you know, the changing of the nodes, the changing of the guards, the changing of your destiny and your life purpose, and really, really honing in on that. But it just seems like there is a sense of comfort. And a lot of y'all are, you know, I'm getting an energy of y'all are wanting to be a little bit more tuned in, like tapped in. Again, be awake this week. Pay attention this week. A lot of things are going to happen. Trust your intuition. Your intuition, by the way, it's when you are tapped in and tuned in, everything is just so much nicer. Everything is, you know, you make better decisions. You trust yourself more. You see, you know, when you're tuned into your intuition, you have those like winks from the universe. You see all the like the synchronicities of everything that's happening. It's why, you know, this air conditioner comes out for, it's only here for summer because it's like 90 degrees, but through the window, you will see all those little things that happen when I say certain things. It is so mind-blowing. It's so mind-blowing, okay? Like, it's so crazy. Pay attention, especially this week. And that's for every sign, okay? I'm not like on you. It's like every sign needs to pay attention this week because we have Pluto, you know, going on, like he's Sonic the Hedgehog, and then we have Mars opposing Saturn. You know, they're squaring each other and they're doing this face off. Now, judgment, all right? This is for you particularly, when I say like be awake this week, this is like really affirming it, okay? This is having a spiritual awakening, but this is like also like that it's like a wake up call, okay? This is, remember what I said from the beginning of this of your reading, raising your energy levels. That's what this is, okay? You see that Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet here. This is the only card in tarot that has a huge connotation to sound, all right? And what is sound? It's frequency. This is raising vibrations, blowing of the trumpet, literally raising the dead, okay? Now, the dead, they're gray in tarot's wisdom. They're awake, and now they're seeking a meaningful life experience, okay? A lot of y'all will have that this week. A lot of y'all will have these profound moments of clarity, these aha moments of like, oh, I get it. I see why this thing has happened. I see why the thing that I want hasn't arrived yet. I see, do you know what I mean? Like you're going to feel it. You're going to know it. It's here. It's right here, okay? The second thing is sound is healing. Go back through the history of humankind. From the very beginning of mankind, sound has been used to heal for thousands of years. Think of Native American drum beats. Think of, you know, Gregorian chanting, even gospel choir. Sound is healing. It raises your vibration levels. So do that this week. Have those moments. Even like if you need to listen to like music at like really higher frequencies, like in the 400s, okay, even 500s, right? Go there, right? So let's get to it, to the Eight of Swords again. It's like deja vu. Again, this card is ruled by Gemini. You know that, right? So this is a Gemini card. Eight of Swords, this is all about, and it's the mental attribute, okay? When you think about the tree of life, 8 is it's here, okay? Now, this is in your future. So there is a potential where if you're not awake this week, if you're going for the things that you want rather than the things that you need, that your soul needs, that you actually need, this could happen. It could be like, hey, I made the wrong decision, right? It also, there's Pluto. Remember, Pluto's being very naughty. Pluto's in your 8th house of death and rebirth, transformation. That could be really, these changes could be really, really hard for you. We have to also, can't forget that Uranus is at play here, bringing all those surprises, unexpected things that may happen this week, okay? And Uranus is like doing like the dozy do with Jupiter. So it's not like there would be bad surprises, but some of y'all could perceptively see it as like, oh gosh, this was the worst thing ever, whereas in fact it was actually the best thing for you. Okay, so this is just, again, I said in your last reading, we've been gifted free will. You can choose to be in the space where you're blindfolded, you're bound, where you literally can't see. You choose not to, and I say choose not to because this is the self-victim card. So she's put herself in this prison of swords. Okay, hey, her feet are free. You can walk out anytime you want. You can walk out anytime you want. So don't let Pluto really control your fears this week. Or wait, yeah. Or no, Pluto will be controlling your fears this week. Don't let him. Don't let him. All right, Gemini. You get me so riled up. I'm gonna have to clarify that. There you go. Once you do that, you will be fine. Once you walk out of that, you will be fine. You got the Knight of Swords. Uhtred, son of Uhtred. Come on. Bold, courageous. This is, oh my goodness. And guess what, Gemini? Guess what? Knight of Swords, he's Gemini. Okay? Knights are mutable. Swords are air. You're the mutable air sign. All right? So, Gemini, you're good. As long as you don't get in that place where you're like, ah. And a lot of it, again, it's not going to be, there's a lot happening up here. And Pluto in the 8th house, Pluto rules the 8th house. That's where he's at home. Like, come on with his aquarium and his Zima, whatever he's drinking. I don't even care. He's at home. Okay. So it's like, it may be a little bit more challenging, but once if you go up to Pluto and you throw a bucket of of ice cream on his face, hey, you won, and then there you go. Knight of Swords, you're good. This is, like I said, bold, courageous. I mean, you can see him going into the storm, right? You can see that. Nothing scares him. Nothing scares him. Another thing I'm going to show you. Remember I said Pluto in your 8th house, death and rebirth, transformation. You do see the butterflies all over his armor, okay? So you're even mentally, like, just, you'll be fine. You're going to be good. You're going to be great, okay? You step out of this prison of swords, you're going to be absolutely amazing, okay? One other thing I'm going to point out for you, since I'm really compelled to, I feel compelled to, is, do you see the feather of truth in his helmet here? You see that, right? Who else has that? The Fool. The Fool, all right? Remember, kicking off the hero's journey, the fool's journey. They're both like going after that, like, that, even mentally, just ready to move forward into this, journey. And nothing, I mean, look at him charging forward. Look at like fire coming out of the feet. Like, you're good, okay? You're good. Don't let Pluto do, and when I say that, there may be some challenging things that happen this week. A lot of it could be just deeply rooted too, where something may even like trigger you, like you see something or hear something and it just may trigger you, and it puts you in that place where like, oh my goodness, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, or no, that's what Pluto wants you to feel. That's what Pluto is saying. Are you going to hold on to the bars of my roller coaster, or are you gonna put your hands up like you're gonna like have fun doing this, like long hair no care, or are you gonna pass out? You don't want to pass out. You want to have your hands up in the air. Okay, let's get to your stuff, Gemini. I'm a Gemini rising, so this reading resonates with me as much as it does for you. My brother's a Gemini too, so I gotta tell him what's up. And he's been going through some, so anyway, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from y'all, all right? No comments of nothing happens for me, because again, when you say those things, when you think those things, when you write those things, nothing will. Nothing will. Trust me. I've been doing this for a long time. I've seen clients privately. Like, trust me. Nothing will. You have to flip your mindset, okay? To this. All right, Gemini? I'm on your side. I hope you know that. And when I say everything's going to work out for you, I know things are going to work out for you. I know things are going to be amazing for you. So just, can you trust me? Please trust me, okay? This may be a week where things may be a little like, but you've got this, okay? And again, Mars opposing Saturn, that's for everybody. That's a challenging aspect, okay? Pluto being naughty, okay? In opposition with the sun, hey, that sun wants to shine. Pluto's just like, hey, get out of the way. Get out of the way. It's like when you're in the movies and that person stands up and just kind of just, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? Like, get out of the way. I want to watch this movie. That's Pluto. All right. So take control of Pluto, and you're good. Gemini, come on, you're good. We're friends here. Look at this. Everything I literally just said. Everything I literally just said. You got the moon. You're going to be in your head. Okay? You need to not be in your head. If you're going to be in your head, go straight to the pineal gland. Go to your intuition, okay? You got the King of Cups in your crown. Come on. The moon, hey, there you go. And that's a full moon there. That's a full moon. And hey, if you saw the full moon in Capricorn reading that I did for y'all, I talked about like the history of the full moon, or like moons in general, the etymological root of moons. But listen, this is the first things first. Ruled by Pisces, okay? A lot of y'all, it seems, a lot of this is career, okay? Trust your intuition, okay? Trust your intuition, because Saturn is in Pisces. Saturn is opposing Mars, and Saturn is in Pisces in your 10th house of career. So, if that doesn't resonate with you, it's just you, okay? It's you. All right. This is really, really just, this is a card where, hey, you need to go within. All right. And you have to pass the towers. You're that little crayfish right there. You got to get to the ocean. You got to go through the towers. Okay. So remember, it's all about facing those fears and really owning them. Should they come up for you this week, really just trust your intuition. Okay. Have that confidence. Intuition builds confidence, all right? You see the dog and the wolf, they're here because they represent evolution. Any emotional experience you have this week, it's for you to evolve. It's for you to become a lot more intuitive, for you to learn a lot from anything that has been holding you back, okay? You're going to be fine as long as you trust your intuition. You even see the hermit's face in the moon there, okay? That soul searching. Now, you got the 10 of Swords, all right? So this came up in your external factors area. 10 is the end. 1-0 equals 1. New beginning. You're about to start brand new. Look, it came. Look at what's happening here. The 8 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and now the 10 of Swords, okay? So, yeah, you've been going through it. You, especially mentally. Gemini, you're an air sign. You're the creative, like you're imaginative too, right? Like that's you. You're in your head a lot, okay? I can attest to that as Gemini rising and being an Aquarius as well. But look at that. All these swords, think of it as like aligning your chakras. Learn. Remember what I say. Learn from these so you never have to go through it again. As long as you do that, you will never have to go through any of the experiences that you experienced this week again, ever again. This is a card of new dawn. Those dark clouds are clearing. Let that sun through, okay? You also see the hand gesture of this poor man here who's been impaled by the swords. He is... it's the hand gesture of the Hierophant, okay? So, like, blessings. So, again, learn from this because you're starting a new cycle this week. Everyone is starting a new cycle. Their destiny, all right? It's a big thing. It's a big thing, okay? This is saying it's coming to an end. This is coming to an end, All right, it's the potential's there as long as you don't let Pluto like scare you. Okay, I'll even clarify that for you. Yeah, look at that. Four of Swords. How amazing. You got the Eight of Swords. You got Knight of Swords. You got Ten of Swords, which again, another Gemini card. Okay, this is actually Mercury in Gemini. All right. Which is, did I tell you that Mercury is going? Anyway, listen. Four of Swords. This is peaceful. This is meditation. This is you finally. It's like a breath of fresh air after, or even just like a breath of just like, whew, a sigh of relief after that, right? This is amazing. You see all that comfort in the stained glass window. You see meditation mode. This is recovering from all of this. Okay? So you're good. You're absolutely good. This card is actually ruled by Libra. All right? So that balance, that is restorative energy, that healing, it's all right here. I'm going to point out one other thing for you, Gemini. Okay? I'm getting really close to the mic now. All right? I'm getting really close to the mic. You see these three swords? Look at where they're pointing. The heart chakra, throat chakra, crown chakra. Like, when I talk about going within, that intuitive energy, you're all of that. Remember how I said earlier, think of these swords as aligning the chakras. I mean, that is wild. All right? So you're moving into this amazing place. You got the Page of Cups. Clearly, you want to move into this amazing place, okay? And this is a page, look, the Cups, all about love and emotions and feelings and joy and wonderment. And, oh, such a great page. And, hey, this page, very imaginative, okay? Look at him. Look at him. Who else talks to a fish coming out of a cup? Who does that? Okay? So when I talk about your imagination, letting it soar this week, do it. Do it, okay? This is, this page, all he wants to do is follow his list of this newness, he wants this new stuff to come through, and he just really wants to feel it, right? He wants to feel it. This is really great. And then lastly, you saw, okay? You saw what it was. You got the Empress in your final outcome. So when I said earlier, you're going to be fine. Here's your affirmation, Gemini. You just got the Empress. She's everything. This is your soul glorified. I want you to spend time in nature, by the way. This is your soul glorified. I want you to connect, okay? This is your soul glorified. This is everything. This is living life through pleasure, passion. This is sensuality, sexuality. This is everything. Venus. Hey, she's ruled by Venus. And you can even see the symbol of Venus in her stone-shaped heart there. A lot of protection. I mean, hey, she's a goddess, by the way. We're talking Aphrodite here, all right? Not a priestess, not a queen. A goddess. You're good. Gemini, you're good. Final outcome. You got the Empress. When I talk about abundance, come on. This is big. This is big. A lot of like motherhood energy with this as well. There really is just like a lot of magic here. You do see that she holds the golden scepter. This scepter creates all this abundance, creates all this joy. Okay, it's like anything she touches turns to gold. You also see that she's pregnant, which is really, really symbolic. Look at your spread here. 3 is not only growth, advancement, development. 3 is birth of new things, creation. That's why she's pregnant. Okay, so something new is coming through. Okay, and it's, I mean, this is like that feel good card. This is like spiritual, visceral It's just like, you're good. You're fine. You're good. Gemini, you're good. You're going to have another moment where there may be something that happens where it's going to ask you, it's going to be like that fight or flight mode, right? It's like Pluto is going to be like, are you going to fear me or are you going to impress me? You're going to show me that you got the chops, right? Does anybody say that anymore? He's got the chops or she's got the chops. Anyway, that's what's going to happen. And as long as you can, and if you got the chops, you're good. Smooth. I mean, you're great. Amazing. All that comes to an end. You get to finally like, right? But yeah, really go after the things that you need, not what you want this week. Just this week, okay? Just this week. All right, Gemini, just this week. And then, boom, you're going to get it all. You're good. Gemini, I love you. Thanks so much for being here. Oh my God, an hour reading. Ah, shoot. I need a timer thing. I'm sorry. This reading went way too, oh gosh. All right, Gemini, thanks so much for being here. I will see you next week. Bye.